Hi everyone, welcome to GATE series. Let's try to solve the problem from GATE 2022 paper. This is from Triple E. Let's try to understand the question first. In the question, they have mentioned in a 500 meters race, P and Q have speeds in the ratio. So we have been given the speed ratios of P and Q. And Q starts the race when P has already covered 140 meters. So we can clearly see that Q has started when the P is already at 140 meters. So P is at advantage now. So what is the distance between P and Q? So we need to find the distance between P and Q when P wins the race. So P has completed the race. Now we need to find the distance between P and Q. So let's try to put it in the form of diagram so that we can understand it much more clearly. So let's consider this is a 500 meters race. So this is 500 meters race, and in here, so Q will be starting from here, this point. But by this time, P has already been advanced to 140 meters. So we can put 140 meters here. So now P has to only run the rest of the pending meters, which is 500 minus 140, which is 360 meters. So P has to only complete 360 meters race, where Q has to complete the 500 meters race. However, based on the given information, P has already won. So let's try to find the um, difference between distance of P and Q, which they are expecting us from the question. So to do that, let's consider the speed of PBN. So NP is equal to 3x, because in the question they have already given it as 3, and the speed of Q, they have given it in the ratio 3 is to 4. So for the Q it will be 4x. Now we can try to use the distance formula. Based on that, let's see if we can find the distance between P and Q when P has won the race. So distance covered by P is equal to distance for speed is equal to distance by time. So if you want to find distance, we need to multiply speed and time. So speed into time. So speed we have for P as 3x, and time let it be t. So we'll have 3xt. Now already we know the distance traveled covered by P is 360 meters. So 360 is equal to 3xt. We can cancel out 3. 3 ones are 3 twos are 6 0. So we'll get some expression here. Xt is equal to 120 meters. So let's have it, and let's try to find similarly for Q, the distance for Q. So distance traveled by Q is equal to S into T. So speed in this scenario, it will be 4x and T. So 4 into, we already know the xt value, which is 12. So I mean 120 meters. So if we multiply it, we'll get complete 480 meters. So this is the distance traveled by Q when P has already completed the race. So if you want to find the difference in the distance, so we can subtract P minus Q distances. So P's distance is 500 meters. I mean he has already reached the 500 meters, and Q has reached 480 meters. So if we subtract both of them, we'll get 20 meters as the answer. So we can see the 20 meters in the option A. So that's the reason we can choose option A, which is the 20 meters. So here we can see 20. So this is the answer for this question. So putting it all together, so for the 500 meters race, already P has covered 140 meters. So we just have to find the uh, we just have to find the difference between P and Q when P has already completed the race. So for that, we have first taken the distance traveled by P. We'll get an expression from here, xt is equal to 120 meters. Then using that particular expression, we'll be finding the distance traveled by Q. Distance traveled by Q, we can find it using the expression here, which is speed is 4x, so 4x into T is 4 into 120, 480 meters. Then we'll be doing P minus Q, which is 500 meters minus the 480 meters which is covered by q. So finally we'll be getting the 20 meters. Yeah, thank you.